Hey guys, welcome to our Monday night team call. I'm Cody Helmer. I'm an Emerald Ambassador in our amazing company. And I am so excited to be doing this call with my cousin. Some of you guys don't know that we're cousins. Kris Lehner. So her and I just knew each other. Basically, the gist of our relationship was we were in the same Helmer family calendar every year. That was about it, right? Yeah, so we actually
Right.
bonded and created a relationship and an amazing friendship now in Plexus. So doing this business together, which is super awesome. But this lady is a registered nurse turned stay-at-home mama of 6. And when I thought about doing this team call for you guys on compassion and empathy and perspective in your businesses, or our businesses. She was the first person I thought about, because this gal cares and loves on her people well. So I am so excited to hear from you. Kris Lehner, I'm going to let you take it away, lady.
Okay, thank you, Cody. Hello, Pink Power team. I'm so excited to be here tonight with everybody and to share a little bit about, as Cody said, a couple of topics that are near and dear to my heart. And I wanted to start off tonight with this quote I found from Sophia Bush. I love it because it gives me some consolation as I'm learning and growing here. And she said that you are allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress simultaneously. And so that's who you have here with you tonight. I am not an expert on any of this. I am learning all of this and trying to incorporate it just like all of you. And so I hope tonight that what you're going to hear gives you value and gives you a place to shoot from. So the underlying theme of what I'm saying tonight is the message that we are in this business for people and not points, right? My goal tonight is to help to paint a picture of what an empathetic, compassionate leader looks like, and then how to develop those qualities. So as I've been learning about this topic and trying to grow that myself, my go-to guy is Simon Sinek. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever watched his videos on YouTube, but he is amazing. And he has lots of different topics that he talks about. But when he talks about leadership and empathy and all that kind of stuff, it just gets you so like on fire and ready to go, right? So when he talks about being a leader, he says that being a great leader is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of the people that are in our charge. And so it doesn't matter where you're coming from tonight, if you have just started, or if you are a seasoned Plexus person, the fact that you're on this call or that you're going to listen to this call at a later time, that says that you're a leader. And so as a leader, we need to understand and to practice compassion and empathy. And so what is empathy, right? Empathy is when you are concerned about the human being in front of you for who they are, not what they can do. So he gives an example. Simon gives the example of, so there's this like business manager, right? And he's going through the numbers of the people on his team. And he's noticing that someone's numbers are gone like down for 3 straight quarters. And so how do these managers choose to deal with that information? Well, you can do it one of 2 ways. You can shoot out a quick email to this person and say, hey, just looking through, your numbers are down 3rd straight quarter, you better bump those up, or your future is not secure here. Or that same manager could call that person into their office and look them in the eye, have a face-to-face conversation and say, hey, I was looking and your numbers are down for the 3rd straight quarter, and that's not like you. Hey, what's going on? I'm worried about you. And I think we can see that the empathetic leader is going to get a much different reaction, right? And that's much more effective leadership. So as we're developing relationships with people, we in our business, we're talking to a lot of people, trying to share Plexus with people that have never heard of it, trying to continue relationships with people that we have introduced Plexus to. And also for the people that have already joined us, the relationship is not over, right? That's just the beginning. And so it's really exciting to have that opportunity with our ambassadors, for one, to know that every single ambassador that has joined our team has done so for a certain reason, right? We talk about our why with the business. Well, even wholesale customers have whys, right? They have some health or happiness goal that they think Plexus can help them with. And so it's not their job to find that. It's our job to help them make sure that they reach those goals. And so, I was thinking, just like that sales manager in Simon's example of an empathetic leader, we in our virtual office, we have lots of different indicators to help us see where our ambassadors are in reaching their goals. So like for our wholesale customers, is their subscription on? Is it for less than 100 PV or over 100 PV, right? Or have they become a white line, right? And so those are some things we can look at to help us know how our wholesale customers are doing in reaching their goals. Now, for people that have joined us and they're wanting to share Plexus too, we have other things we can look at. How many people were they able to sign up at last month? Did they go silver? Because that's a great goal for everyone, is to reach silver every month. How many three-way chats are they starting? Are they involved in the team page? Are they on tonight's team call, or are they going to listen to it at a later time? And another really, really good one is, are they engaged in the book club, which is a great way to know how plugged in people are. And if they're not, then that is an excellent thing to recommend that they get started on. But really, as we look at these different indicators, we, like that sales manager, have options, right? We can choose to, okay, my daughter's walking in. She always wants to know, can they see us? But anyway, okay, so in all those indicators, we as leaders have options. So when we look at these numbers, they can tell us a lot of things. But are we looking at these numbers and saying, oh my gosh, their subscription isn't on, and it is on, but it's for less than 100 PV. That means I'm not getting points, or do we look at that number and say, oh my gosh, their subscription isn't on, or oh my gosh, they're not ordering the full triplex. I need to help them understand that they're not doing what they need to do to get the results that they wanted, right? And I was going to say too, I think it's a really good thing, and I'm trying to start doing this, that when you do have someone sign up, write down their why somewhere so that you can keep track of that, and that will help you as you are following up with people and trying to help them to get their results, or to get the goals that they had in the beginning, so that you keep that in mind, so that you can help them keep that in mind, right? So it's really just keeping clear and keeping the main thing. And that's just for people that have already joined our team. So we have a whole bunch of people, because we're always wanting to talk to more people and to share Plexus with everyone. And so, think about your goal when you reach out to somebody. Are you just wanting to get a quick yes and to get another, join? Or, are you really taking a moment and just thinking about, okay, I've got Sarah and I want to reach out to Sarah today. What is it that Sarah has going on that Plexus can help with? And to really kind of to bridge that before you even make that call, or before you even send that message, so that why you're sending that message. Because as a lot of us know, you can get different reactions. You can you can get people that go radio silent and they don't send you messages back. That can be a little intimidating. You can get people that, maybe don't react very favorably to your message. But when you know why you reached out to that person in the beginning, then you know that regardless if they do have a negative reaction, that you're okay, right? Because you were clear on your why for contacting them, right? And so really empathetic leaders, they are leaders that care enough to ask questions. And sometimes those are hard questions, but we need to be clear on, like who we are, what we're doing, and why we are reaching out. Because we reach people not by, one big event or one great contact, right? We reach people through the little things that we do day in and day out. And it's an accumulation of showing people that we do genuinely care, So we may send that first fun message of, oh my gosh, I just started using these products. They're awesome. You're going to love them. Can I send you some information? But that's not what your relationship is all about, is it? So you also want to make sure that you are being their friend, and that you send another quick little message about, oh my gosh, I saw that your mom is in the hospital. How's she doing? Or, hey, congratulations, your son won that scholarship. You need to incorporate like life into your business, right? Because if we're just focused plexus 100% of the time, we're going to lose people, no matter how much we love plexus, right? So let's see, I have to check my notes here. So as Simon Sinek says, being a great leader, we need to start with empathy. So it's also important to know who you are and to keep growing. And that's where the personal growth comes in. And another, I think, really crucial part of being a great empathetic leader is to compete against yourself. Because I know a lot of times in this business, we love to brag on people, and we love to celebrate the rank ups and all the great achievements that people have. But it can also be hard if you're not that person experiencing those rank ups and all that achievement. And so just want to say that, comparison is the thief of joy. And so if you're not joyful, then it's going to be hard to really care and to really continue developing those relationships, because you're going to have that comparison, and you're going to it's going to be focused on your results and not on just reaching out and trying to have a genuine interaction with people. So I hope that part makes sense, because leadership is, as Simon Sinek, it's not about being in charge. It's not about the rank or position that you have. It's about, it is a decision. And so we look after the people that are in our teams, right? And we are willing to go out on a ledge, and we want to make people know that they have value, and that we want them to be with us, and that we are going to go, like I said, out on a ledge to help them. Serving others generously, being a generous giver, right? Can't remember where. I wrote that down somewhere, and it was really good. But great leaders are people that give of themselves, and they give abundantly. No, oh, okay, here it is. Sorry. So we serve others generously, not because they deserve it, not because of anything that they've done, but because we care about them. And I think that is what it just all boils down to. You know, we can talk about the 4-color personalities and, you know, but I think somewhere, even in the most diehard red, I know, Cody, you're a red. I know you've got yellow in you, girl. So we just have to tap in to that part of us that sees someone, that knows that we can help them, and focus on that part of it, right? So one really important thing, and I kind of alluded to it earlier, but I think before you start your IPA every day, you need to think about, why am I reaching out? Whether you're reaching out to new people or following up with people you've given information to already, or following up with ambassadors. Why? Why are you doing that? You know, is it because you don't have points? Or is it because, like I said, you know that the reason you don't have points is because they don't see the value in what they're doing anymore. And you need to go back and revisit that why with them and to help them understand. Another wonderful thing that I heard Jennifer Leith say recently is to start a gratitude journal. And so a lot of us are lucky enough that we have had friends and family with some really, really great results. And if you haven't had that yet, you're going to. And so keep track of those. Every time you have someone say, oh my gosh, I'm sleeping so much better, I haven't had a headache, I'm off prescriptions, whatever it is, keep track of that, you know, and then you can, that can help to fuel you, and that can help to build your belief. And it can also, you know, on those days where you're just kind of feeling like, oh my gosh, nobody is replying to me, what's wrong? Maybe this isn't worth it. Maybe, you know, all of that, those dark thoughts that come in that are lies. But you can revisit this gratitude journal and you can say, you know what, this is what it's all about, you know. And the Gut Health and Happiness and Beyond page, that page is incredible for building your belief, right? So the last thing I wanted to say here was what we have here is special. Plexus is unlike anything that I have ever come in contact with. What we have here is different, and we know that, but not everyone knows that. I love how Cody says, you know, people just don't know what they don't know. And so it's our job to help people understand what they have. So I have 3 things that I was going to leave you with. Be you unapologetically, share Plexus passionately, and love tirelessly. And I'm going to hand it back to you, Cody.
I mean, how do you even follow that? That was
you can. You
fantastic.
Can.
You totally killed it. Thank you so much for sharing, Kris. And now I get to come in and I get to talk to you guys about how you can use the things that you just heard from Kris and use them to support your team and support your business and make sure everything is in alignment with your mission, right? And the mission is that we are going to try to positively impact as many lives as we possibly can, right? I hope that's your mission. After this call, it should be, if it wasn't before, right? So the first thing we're going to talk about is reaching out to people. So first and foremost, if you're not actually reaching out to people, you've got to do that. Guys, am I on speaker view? I just want to make sure I'm recording this on speaker view. Can you just see me or can you see everybody? Kris, you're the only one unmuted.
I see everybody.
Okay.
I see everybody.
Okay. Well, that's okay. We'll go ahead. So you've got to be reaching out to people. If you're posting on Facebook or you're just talking about Plexus sometimes and waiting for people to come to you, you're doing it all wrong, okay? It's about connecting with people. It's about hearing their stories. Kris talked a lot about that. You've got to be able to hear their stories, because what happens when you do that is it fuels a fire in you to continue to share. It fuels a fire in you to lead them to success. So you've got to be hearing people's stories. You've got to be reaching out. Even if you just say something like, hey, I'm using these awesome products. I really think they would serve you well. Most people are open to sharing their health goals or their weight goals. Do you suffer by chance from fatigue or skin issues or tummy issues or anything like that? Financial struggles? I really think that I could help you out. Hear people's stories. I wrote down this quote. I wrote it down so I didn't mess it up. I love this. Be kind to everyone, for everyone is going through something hard that you know absolutely nothing about. You guys, when you reach out in love and in hope and in help, and you hear people's stories, and you don't even really have to say much, just listen. Listen to people's stories, and then you'll naturally want to share which products you believe could add value to their lives, right? Or you talk to them about the business opportunity, but it starts there with their story. Okay, so the majority of people, and Kris Dunn called me out on the red tonight, which is another reason I'm really excited to be talking to you guys about this particular topic, because this is not my jam, you guys. I know a lot about this topic because I personally had to do a lot of growth and development and research on it because I am a red color personality. But so there's more yellows than reds, and actually in the population, yellows are the majority, and then it's greens, and then it's blues, and then there's a small percentage of the population that is red color personality. So I'm talking to you yellows. This is your jam. You love to help people, right? You care about people and you care about them well. It's what you do and it's who you are. So it is no surprise that the vast majority of people in Plexus, jewels in Plexus, are yellow color personalities. It's no surprise that the vast majority of the people you are bringing into your teams are yellow color personalities. So here's the quagmire. If the majority of people are yellow color personalities, why on earth do so many people struggle to reach out, to follow up, right? Or to share right away? Why is that? One word: fear. You're afraid. You're afraid of failure. You're afraid to sound silly. You're afraid someone's going to think you're salesy. You're afraid of rejection. There's so many things to be afraid of. It's the same with following up, you guys. If I told you that it is a fact that it takes between 5 to 12 follow-ups for someone to say yes to you. If you know that and you're leading your business with this, your heart, if you can see me, and not your head, you're not going to stop after one follow-up. You're not going to stop after 2 or after 3 because it's not about you. It's about the other person. If you're leading with your heart, you're going to keep going. You want to be relentless in your pursuit of success, and their success is your success. So you're not going to give up on anybody. You're going to keep going, okay? So how do you combat the fear? Because the fear is all over the place. You take yourself out of the equation. It's not about you. The magic happens when you make it about others. And Kris touched on this when she was speaking to you about when you looking in your back office. When you see your points going down, I don't want you to think, oh man, another one bites the dust. Or, oh darn, my points are going down. No, you guys, this is a person, a real person with a real story who came to you because they are looking for something. They need hope. They need change in their lives, right? This is a person, not a point. And when you can understand that, and you're leading your business from here, again, you're going to reach out to that person in compassion and empathy, and you're going to say, why? Remember when we talked and you were telling me how you were so sad during the night before you went to bed because you just felt guilty. You felt like you weren't being the mom you wanted to be or the wife that you wanted to be. We talked about your skin issues and how your skin issues are preventing you from going for that promotion at your job because you're self-conscious. Help me understand why. What's going on? How can I help you? That's empathy. That's compassion, you guys, because most of the time there is a reason why people quit. We don't know, and we can't help them if we don't know what it is. So you've got to ask. You've got to ask people, what's holding you back? Why did you shut your subscription order off? Why didn't you order last month? Because when we talked, you were passionate about this reason why you were going to do this, right? So you've got to care about people. You got to care about people well. Getting people started and following up are the next things I wanted to talk about, or following through rather, sorry. And there are a couple of different things, and Kris touched on, we're on the same wavelength tonight, girl. Kris touched on a few of these things, and that is getting people started ASAP. It's making sure people come in with their subscription order on. I almost said prescription order on, which is the opposite of what we're doing here, right? And 3 is getting them plugged in and building a relationship with them, okay? So those are the 3 things we're going to touch on now. Getting people started ASAP. You guys, do not wait. Do not hesitate. When you are talking to someone and you hear their story, and their story, or their success rather, has become personal to you, right? You need to get them started, because every second that you hesitate, or every second that you wait, is another second that they're going to go without these products. I want you to think about that. When someone is ready to start, they are ready to start, and you need to get them started now. Okay? How do you do that? What does that look like? You say, girl, there is no reason for you to be suffering another second. I mean, I don't care if this person has suffered a day or this person has suffered for 10 years. Listen to me. Most people have suffered for years by the time you've reached out to them about whatever issue they're going through. Girl, there's no reason why you need to wait another second. Do you have 5 minutes now to get signed up? I want to get these products in your hands as quickly as possible. What if they're busy? I've had people tell me, I'm at work right now, Cody, I can't really sign up right now. Hey, that's okay. Why don't you send me your information? I would be happy to get you started myself. You guys, I sign people up all the time. It's not weird. It's good customer service. Okay. And if you have that objection, you're thinking like, I don't need to ask people for the social security number and all that crazy stuff. Like, listen, people give out their personal information to strange weirdos over the phone. I do, to buy whatever from online. Okay. And at this point, you are not a stranger. You guys just had a personal conversation about their life and about their story, right? You're not a weirdo. Most people are totally okay with it, okay? So if that's an objection up here for you, it's not a thing, okay? I promise you, it's not a thing. So don't wait. Get people started right away. Sign them up if you have to. Next thing, make sure they have their subscription order on. You guys, this is huge. It goes back to the other statistics that I shared with you about following up. If you are leading your business with this, if you're leading with your heart out of help and out of love and out of service for other people, and I told you that it is a fact that 80% of the people you bring on to your team or in your organization will not continue long enough to achieve results with the products that are measurable, that are exciting. Would you then sign someone up with their subscription order off if you're leading with this? No, you wouldn't. But yet it happens all the time. Why? Fear. It's fear, because you're afraid that they're going to think, oh, that she's just trying to get my money, or, all of these different things. It's not about that. Your job is to love on people and love on people well. And part of that is making sure they're set up for success. And they are 8 times more likely to achieve success if they have that on. So please don't let anybody come on with their subscription order off. And if they do, by accident or on purpose, it doesn't matter. You're going to message them because you love and care about these people, right? their goals are now personal to you, you're going to reach out to them and you're going to say, girl, I just noticed that you came on without your subscription order on. This is really, really important. You are 8 times more likely to achieve success on these products. And listen, your success is my success. Your goals are my goals. And if you're committed, I'm committed. And we need to get that on. So you can either, I can walk you through and show you how to do it yourself, or I would be absolutely happy to log in for you and turn it on and set it up for you so you don't even have to mess with it. You guys, again, it's not weird. It's good customer service, and most people are totally okay with you logging in and doing it. It's not a weird thing. Next, and the last is plugging them in and building that relationship. You guys, if you are bringing people on to your team and you are not putting them into the team page, team pages, you want to put them in Be the Pink or your closest jewel upline's team page, and also Pink Power. If you are not doing that and putting people in 3-way chats, you are taking a huge and an amazing part of this journey away from that person. And don't ask, because if you would have asked me from the beginning, I would have said, no, I don't want to do that. I mean, why? I don't understand why I need to do that. People don't know what they don't know, and they don't know that they need that. You guys, people desire. They desire to feel connected. They desire to feel important. They desire to feel part of something, a community. They desire support. They are going to get all of that and more in these team pages and these 3-way chats. And if you are making that decision for them, I promise you, you are taking a huge, amazing piece of what makes Plexus so amazing. You're taking it away from them. Okay, so make sure they are plugged in. I'm going to leave you guys with this, because I was just on a live with Les Brown right before this call, and he said this, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant, which the man is brilliant anyway, right? But he said, get out of your head and step into your greatness. You guys, you're here because you have goals and dreams. You're here because you love Plexus, because you love our community, right? This is fun. This doesn't feel like work. This is amazing. You're here because you love people, because you want to serve people. And we showed you tonight, or told you tonight, how you can serve your people well. So I hope that you hear this, and I hope that you feel inspired and empowered to now go reach out to every single person, whether it is someone you've never talked to about Plexus, whether it is someone already on your team that maybe you haven't connected with well, maybe you haven't loved on them well enough. A white line, someone who's given up on themselves because they are going through something. Remember the quote? Everybody's going through something hard right now that you absolutely know nothing about. Ask them. Reach out to everybody in love, okay? That is what is going to get your business to grow. I love you guys. I hope you found this encouraging and inspiring. Thank you, Kris Lehner. Amazing job tonight. You are awesome. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Good night.